this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With Karina ready in her chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Sure is. Welcome. Welcome to the ThinkSoJoE Show.
It's time.
It's time. It is. Look, you got new Twitter.
I got a new Twitter, guys. Skills.
I don't know why you got a new Twitter when you already had two.
I just didn't know how to change my handle, so I started a whole new Twitter.
Sound logic instead of just saying, hey, how do I change my Twitter handle?
You were like in the other room. It seemed easier at the time.
I gotcha.
Hi, Jasmine. I put makeup on today.
Jasmine thought I was mad at her because I was like
half asleep.
I dozed off in the studio and got woken up by the Facebook Messenger phone call.
Not sorry.
Which is the second time in 2 days I heard that.
Yeah.
Because the night before I'm recording.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Actually, I might have a clip.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, give me a sec. I have a clip. And but I was not awake. And I'm getting called. Like,
it was very important, though. Can
you come here? And then I'm like, yeah, sure. So I put my phone down. I go out there. Can you order ice cream on DoorDash?
It was super important.
Like, my phone is in the... I got to walk all the way to the back now, get my phone, come all the way back here to order ice cream that I could just walk to the store and buy for half the price.
Were you about to walk to the store and buy
no,
ice
because
cream? Okay, then.
It's NHL.
Neither were we.
It's NHL playoff season.
It sure is.
Anyway, but that was the second time I heard the Facebook phone thingy. I'm recording for Slat Rock the other day, and I never acknowledged that I got his script. Usually he'll send me a script or two, and I'll just hit the thumbs up on Facebook, and then I'll jump in the booth and I'll record. Well, this time I didn't do that. So he was like, he didn't know that I got the script. He wasn't sure if I was recording it or not. I'm just in there recording. I'm literally on the last line of the second script. And this happened. Let's see if you can hear this. Moxley has had an incredible career since he joined the wrestling world What in the fuck? Can you hear me get out of the booth? Yeah. Yeah, anyway, so...
That's funny.
So I sent that to him. I'm like, dude, I was literally on the last line of the last script.
That's pretty funny.
I didn't know what he was calling for. I thought he was trying to add something. And now I got another wrestling channel, a very prominent one, messaging me 10 minutes before the show hey, are you available to record right now? No, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah.
About to start podcasting. What about after the show? Yeah, it's NHL playoff season, dude. So, yeah.
Hi, Mom. Mom's here.
So I guess I'm breaking from hockey and wrestling immediately after the show to record. Damn WWE, stop doing shit on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Anyway. Your show's on Tuesdays now. You guys fire people on Tuesdays. Let's do that.
Oh.
Let's stick with that. Anyway.
Oh.
I'm just glad that now I might only have to say this QAnon asswipe's name sarcastically in 2 more scripts and be done with them. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, some asshat that now used to work for WWE was trying to say, oh well, no, they only want you to wear masks so that they can kidnap your kids.
Seems legit.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And anybody who thinks like that guy. Also, if you're one of these assholes that's like, oh, well, how come I have to wear a mask because I'm not vaccinated? Get fucking vaccinated. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, I work with some people who are like very strongly anti-vax, but we work together, so I haven't had a chance to be like, so tell me more. Like, how come? You know, like, I respect that you think differently than me, but I really, in order to fully respect it, I need to at least try to understand it. But like the one dude, he's got 9 kids, his whole family, he won't have vaccinated. I'm like, that's a lot of people running around carrying like germs and stuff.
I mean, you know, one of the things that some of these anti-vaxxers say is, well, I don't want the government injecting a microchip in me. Where'd you hear that? Where did you hear that the government is going to inject you with a microchip?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook?
Or Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah.
You have a Facebook account that you're getting your information from, but you don't think the government's already fucking tracking you? They need to put a chip in your fucking arm? Fuck you. Get out of here. Get your fucking shot and be done with it.
I don't feel like they put a chip in mine.
No.
Mine feels fine.
I think maybe they put a chip in me the first time.
Maybe.
Because there's a mark. But the second time, there's no mark.
Well, they don't need to.
Why would you respect unintelligent people who also neglect to vaccinate their Exactly.
Well, I respect that people don't have to think like me. And if they have a good reason, you know, or something that qualifies to them as a good reason, I mean, I respect that. That's not how I feel. I am vaccinated and I am excited to be vaccinated.
What is a good excuse?
I don't know. Maybe they have one. I haven't gotten to talk to dude yet.
I'm saying, though, if you talk to this dude
mm-hmm.
and you say, hey, why won't you get vaccinated? What reason is a valid reason for you to say, okay, that's okay. You can you can contribute to this public health crisis.
You know, there are some good reasons to not get the vaccine, such as if you're immunocompromised, you're on certain medications that would interact with the vaccine, such as steroids, which people can be on for so many reasons, like long term. You know, these things do not interact well with the vaccine, and it's kind of like, are you going to choose the vaccine over your cancer treatment? Probably not.
Right. Okay. Well, and that's fair.
But I do doubt that is this dude's reason.
Right. Well, I mean that is fair. If you have a medical reason why you can't get the vaccine, sure.
Yeah.
But Jasmine says she's immunocompromised and got it. You're immunocompromised and got it.
It depends on which doctor you ask.
Yeah.
My neurologist doesn't think I'm immunocompromised, but everybody else does. I
know one person on my Facebook list is like, she said her doctor told her to wait.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, see how everybody else is reacting to it, and because of her whatever underlying conditions she may have. Mm-hmm. And okay, if your doctor's telling you no, one, maybe get a new doctor because your doctor's a fucking moron, and two.
Then again, like, when did the doctor say this? Because the vaccines have been out available and side effects have shown. You know, like, we have waited, we have seen, and the risk outweighs the consequences of not getting the vaccine for me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't think for other people, you know. I don't think being anti-vax is as bad as being like a Nazi or something like that.
Sure.
You know, being stupid and being hateful are different. And I'm not even saying that all people that aren't getting vaccinated are stupid. Like, I'm not inside their head. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going on. But you know, if it's like some microchip conspiracy thing, like, that's kind of silly when we all live on our cell phones.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't like doctors. I don't trust doctors. I never have, and I never will. I got the fucking vaccine.
Right.
Because I understand that this is a worldwide health crisis.
Yeah.
This is not a fucking Donald Trump or Joe Biden fucking conspiracy. This is the government this is not a plot for the government to track me when they can literally track me 24 hours a day because my phone is always on me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and if my phone is on the table, chances are, hey, here I am on YouTube. Hi.
Right. If you're not on one medium, you're on another.
Yeah. So, you know, like, if I am not making excuses to not get this, when I don't trust doctors, I don't trust the government, I don't trust nobody. Like, but it's gonna kill you. It didn't kill me. I got a slight headache.
I don't think I even got that.
I had a little pain in my side, a random pain.
I feel like that pain was just coincidental. I don't think that's like
I feel like
side effect pain.
I would feel like the headache was just coincidental if it didn't happen on both doses.
Right.
Like the first time I was like, that might just be the weather. But I mean, like, yeah, I got it. I'm fine. And I'm looking forward to next Thursday when I can be like, yo, I'm out. I'm going to the record store. See ya.
Yeah.
I'm going to take all this cash that's built up over the past couple of months since I've been to the record store.
Can I ask what your record store budget is going to be?
It's over 200 right now, I think.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you're looking for?
Nope.
Not yet?
Nope. Just go in
to look.
Go in and flip through the bins.
Sounds great.
See what I want. I don't know. I mean, I did tell you this morning I passed up on a couple of records over the course of the week because I saw them for pre-order on Pop Market, and I'm like, ooh, I need to listen to this later. And I don't have credit card debt. I have credit cards that have balances because you have to keep a balance to keep your credits. It's a complicated. It's a.
That doesn't sound that complicated.
No, it's a very delicate balancing act to keep your credit score going up.
Okay.
Anyway, and
the bills are paid.
My bills are always paid.
And you know what's awesome is that I have a job now and I can help a little.
My bills are on auto pay.
Yeah.
All of them except for the cable bill.
Yeah.
And I won't put that on auto pay because I never know how much they're going to charge me. I want to see that one, Anyway. But yes.
Yeah, I'm playing with the speculum capo today. You guys.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so I got a couple $100 ready to go to Revolver and
that's really cool.
Go to Timeless Babes right across the street from Revolver on Elmwood.
Yeah.
Which is a friend of mine. Her name's Becca. Mm-hmm. She owns that store. Her boyfriend is Sean Gomez from Grizzly Run, whose brother is Lawrence Gomez from Hell After
Hell Ever After,
who wrote this Hell Ever After rock opera that we're playing a track from today.
Yeah.
Which is just a coincidence. We didn't plan that at all. And Lawrence has been he's been in this studio with Becca because they were both in pro wrestling for a little while. Her as Lucky Lucy and him as Salvatore Morocco. Yeah. And they were guests on Board Wrestling Fan one day. So small world, yes, very small world. So Karina can't you can't order porn. What?
I can do whatever I want. I'm a big girl. Jasmine's trying to tell her mother what to not do.
I'm sure you're subscribed to some of your friends' OnlyFans.
I like to support small business.
Right. Which is why, like, the cable. What about the cable bill? The cable bill's paid. I don't know what everybody's talking about. You guys are like 3 minutes behind now. What's up with that?
I know.
Anyway, but yeah, no. I saw that this place opened up on Elmwood, Timeless Babes.
Yes.
And I was like looking at it. And I'm like, hey, wait a second. I know the person who owns this. I saw her. Cool. I saw her name and the email address on there, and I'm like, okay, cool. I have to stop there. I have to support her store.
Definitely.
Maybe go buy a pin or something,
At least.
But the cash is all for the record store.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Cash is always all for the record store.
Jasmine's getting frustrated.
I see this.
Jasmine came over yesterday. I was going to make some barbecue ribs, and I didn't feel like it. Because that would have meant I had to do dishes, and dishes were not on the list yesterday. So we ordered Applebee's. You were there. We let you play. Yeah. That was a nice treat.
Well, Jasmine and I got the 2 for $20.
Yes.
Which is really like a 2 for $30 with the meals that we got.
Yes, because you paid $6 extra for the chicken and the macaroni.
Yes.
Which is totally worth it.
She was tricked into coming over, she says. She was promised ribs. Instead, she got Applebee's and ice cream, which she paid for.
She paid for the ice cream, yeah.
Ouch. Oh, you paid for the you paid for the yeah, okay. She paid for the ice cream.
Yeah. It all evens out. It's duality.
Yes.
Yes. You weren't tricked, Jasmine. I need an explanation.
You told her there would be ribs, and then as soon as she got here, you did a bait and switch, and you're like, we're gonna order Applebee's instead.
Well, originally I said we were gonna order barbecue.
Oh.
So that she could still get ribs if she really was in love with the idea.
And I didn't want barbecue.
Yeah,
but she still could have gotten ribs.
She could have if
from
she really
Applebee's.
wanted them.
So yeah.
So I don't think that's the problem.
No, okay. Anyway.
Yes.
But yes, next Thursday I am looking forward to going to the record store.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to tomorrow because tomorrow is when Blue Jays tickets go on sale to the general public. But my mom texted me after the show last week, and she said, I don't think we really want to go.
That sucks.
And then I saw the prices for the games against the Yankees, and I'm like, maybe it's a good thing my mom don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I really, would like to take my mom to a Yankees game.
I mean, if we tightened our belts a little, we could totally do it.
Oh, I mean, it's not like I couldn't do it. It's like, oh man, that's a lot of money to spend at once for baseball.
It is, but if it meant that much, I don't know.
Because it would have been me and you, and it would have been my mom and my stepdad, and I think
that would be really fun.
My plan was to pay for all the tickets, and that would have been like $500 for 4 tickets for the cheap seats.
That's crazy.
So now, now that my mom's like, oh, we don't want to go, I'm like, I still kind of want to go to a game, and I mentioned to you, like, it don't have to be New York. We can go to one of the cheaper games. We can see Miami. We can see Houston.
Sure.
Probably going to be Miami because that's, I think, the cheaper one that's available. That's on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Like on a day that we're free.
Yeah.
So, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. It'll be different.
I'm not a baseball fan. You're
Nope,
not a baseball
not at
fan. But when else are we going to get the opportunity to see a Major League Baseball game?
Yeah.
Just up the road.
Yeah.
Instead of having to drive, and that's what I told my mom today. I said, Mom, this is your last chance to go to a Yankees game without driving at least 2 hours.
Definitely.
And she said, oh, I know. I talked to my grandma yesterday. My grandma said, oh, your mother should go. I don't know. She should go. This is her chance to go. She should go.
Yeah. Well, your grandmother's also at that point that you were saying that she says, spend your money, live for experiences. Don't live for, things or saving,
Yeah. My grandma, my entire life has always been save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money. I saw her at Madison's birthday party last year.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, just you spend your money. There's no point in saving your money. Like, you've lived long enough to be able to tell me that. So she can't see you. she can't see you.
Sauce Army.
Anyway.
Hashtag.
So, yeah, but I called my grandma yesterday. My mom texted me last week on Mother's Day, and she said, you should call your grandmother. But by the time I got the text, it was like 10 o'clock. And, I always think about calling my grandmother, but it's always like, is she eating? Is she home? Is she awake? So I finally got around to actually calling her yesterday. And, I said, I told her this. And she said, oh, I understand. I'm like that with my 2 brothers. And, I don't know if they're eating. I don't know if they're awake. And I look at the clock and I say, oh, they're probably eating, so I don't want to call. And so she understands. And I talked to her. And then she rushed me off the phone after a half hour.
That's so cute.
But yeah, I was talking to her about my mom, going, not wanting to go to the baseball. She said, oh, your mother should go. I said, well, I tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to call my grandma on Monday last week, but then of course,
that was a shit day.
Got woken up with Whisper.
Yeah.
And he came home today. He came home.
Yes, in a lovely little box.
It was a beautiful little box.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
And it went up on the living room altar, right in the center of the mantle. Yeah, and we got a paw print.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as nice as it could be.
Yeah.
You know.
It's that's up in here, and it's over there.
Oh, I see.
And it's with the Sabres bear.
That's really cute.
So I they called me this morning, and I'm just like, okay, I'll be there as soon as I can, and I got an Uber round trip because it was like, okay, I don't have to sit in the car or sit outside and wait this time. I literally just have to get the cat or the cat's remains anyway, and hop back in the car and come back home. So it cost me, I think, $10 round trip. Yeah. And then I tipped the guy 50% 50% like I did with the guy who took me to bring Whisper there to get him cremated. Yeah. But yeah, but it was, instead of $10 one way, $10 the other, it was $10. Yeah. So like that's a lot better. Yeah,
definitely. When I got sick in an Uber, I tipped that guy like 100 and something %. I felt so bad because it fresh Whisper, like, yeah, that's a little weird. He's, in the crate and whatever. This was like stinky puke that happened. And like, he even pulled over. He's like, there's a dumpster right there.
When I used to go to the gym, like I went and I worked with my personal trainer, and like he worked me so hard, like I got on the bus to come home and I had to get off like 2 stops later and throw up.
The bus is bad when you're not feeling good in your belly.
Yeah. I had to get off like 2 stops later. There was not a garbage can where I got off. It's right in front of like ECC downtown there. Yeah. And I just threw up like right in front of ECC with no garbage can or nothing. I was just, and then I pretty much walked the rest of the way home.
Which was pretty far, wasn't it?
Which is pretty far.
Pretty far.
Well, my ex's mom's boyfriend said he would come get me. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to walk in this direction and I'll see you when you pass me. Mm. Well, he passed me over by Tops. It's like, fuck, I'll just walk the rest of the way now. I feel better now.
The walk probably did help. Like a cool down.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, my trainer pushed me that day. So yeah. Anyway, it is May 19th.
Yes, it is.
I saw Metallica 4 years ago today.
It is a day of anniversaries.
It is. I saw Metallica 4 years ago today with actually my friends in the Long Cold Dark.
Oh yeah.
Just a coincidence. I put this shirt on. I didn't think about it. But yeah, I went with them to. Well, we stayed over in Rhode Island with our friend Chris.
Okay.
And the show was in Foxborough, where the Patriots play.
Okay.
I was in that stadium before I ever set foot in Highmark Stadium, or whatever the fuck it's called now, over here in Orchard Park.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
I have now been to 3 AFC East stadiums. The first one being MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where the Jets and the Giants play. Mm. And then in Foxborough there, where the Patriots play, Gillette Stadium. And then finally I was at, whatever the fuck we're calling this stadium now, for a Guns N' Roses show.
Okay.
So I've been to all 3 of these AFC East stadiums and have never been to an NFL football game. I haven't seen a football game in one of these stadiums. I've seen wrestling and I've seen concerts.
Yeah.
So, but Metallica 4 years ago. It's the late Andre the Giant's birthday today.
Aw, that's cool.
Which is the thumbnail, if you saw it this week, is it's an ode to the Shepherd Ferry Andre the Giant Has a Posse stickers. And it just says, ThinkSoJoE has a podcast, and a picture of me instead of Andre the Giant, which is my little subtle tribute to Andre. Yeah. I should have worn my Andre the Giant t-shirt.
Aw.
I have an Andre the Giant.
Maybe you can change on a sound break.
Like from the Princess Bride t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And then, it's... we usually would be doing like MS Sucks stuff around this time.
Yes, this is the anniversary today. 5 years since Justin passed in a car accident. Like so few of you got the pleasure to meet him. So his family and I throw a benefit event in Burt, New York. It was annually until pandemic, but we're planning to pick it up again next year. Both to remember Justin, who was just amazing, and to help people locally who have MS.
And so I didn't know this and booked a show for May 19th a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, actually, with Archers, the band that was then known as This, which is now Goodbye Metro.
Yeah.
Inherent Vice and Of Night and Light were all on this show. And I'm booking this show and you're booking this other. I'm like, what are you doing? I have a show already booked that night. And you're like, no, this is Justin's thing. This is the annual, like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I had decided prior to the show at Good Bar, I said, you know what? I'm going to donate all my money from this, my 20% or whatever, to MS Sucks. And Inherent Vice immediately jumped on that, like, make it 40%. And what happened was this, who are now Goodbye Metro, they left without saying anything to anybody. And so I'm just like, all right, I guess they didn't want to get paid. Now it's going to be 60% to charity. And I happened to say that out loud in front of Zach from Archers, who's like, wait, charity? I said, yeah, it's MS Sucks. And I told him you had MS and that you were putting on a show elsewhere for MS Sucks. And he said, okay, well, yeah, you don't got to pay us either. And so it's like, okay, that's 80. So as soon as Of Night and Light were done playing, I go up to Cam. I'm like, hey, guys, Cam and Joe, like, do you guys mind if I don't pay you and put the rest of this to charity too? And they're like, yeah, go right ahead. So 100% of the money from that show also went to MS Sucks that year.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea that this was an annual thing on May 19th. So
yeah, well, it's the weekend of May 19th. So we probably would have had the event this past weekend.
Right.
Or this coming weekend, I guess. But,
right.
Yeah, and it also tends to fall on Porch Fest.
Also true.
We had Astrobula one year play Porch Fest and play the Burt.
I was talking to Nick Landers this morning.
Yeah.
And we were conversing on I had shared the flyer from that Good Bar show. And I had forgotten. He actually, both of us were actually in Burt. I went with Brian, who performed.
Yes, he did.
And then drove me back to Good Bar. We stopped at Revolver. That was my first time. It was my first time at Revolver Records. I bought White Zombie's Astro Creep 2000 on vinyl.
Nice.
Brian brought it home brought it here and put it in the front hall so that it would be here when I got home. And then, of course, Nick played that night.
Yeah.
And Nick was so sick that night. Like during the show, like I remember myself and his bandmates kind of like, oh man, no, you gotta go to ETS after the show, trying to get him to go to Elmwood Taco and Subs.
Oh no.
And but by the time he was done playing, it's like, dude,
go to bed.
Are you okay?
Oh man.
And he was telling me this morning, like 3 people helped him get his gear outside.
Jeez.
And he doesn't remember driving home.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
And I told him, I said, if I recall correctly, I remember telling you to like let me know you got home okay.
Yeah.
Because he was just that bad. And so I'm glad he made it home okay.
Yeah, obviously.
However he got there,
Yeah.
But he was not doing so well. He was fine when he came to see us in Burt.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a good night. I think we did like $300.
Yeah, I don't remember what the total was for the charity. It was a lot of money. We were very grateful,
Yeah, I think at Good Bar, I think the number was like 300 or something like that. So we were
It
very
was enough
happy
to make a difference.
Yeah, we were very happy to be able to, donate that and add to your total from Bert. We took Madison to the
Yes,
last
we did.
one. And we'll talk about that when we come back from a song break. But our friends in the CPX are playing a sold-out show this weekend.
Yes.
And so we wanted to play a track from them, and this is from their first album, Wide Right Blues. The song is called Beggar's Pay on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
Well, I was 20 feet behind her outside in the backseat of a car. And by the time I hit the stage, it's hard to tell if I can even play guitar. But I'm here for nothing, and nothing is free. Waitress, conjure up a little sympathy. I only ask enough, help me mask all the pain of the West Side day. And she won't know what to say, don't know either way. But I'll make the rent on a beggar's pay. And I get by because it's clinging to me like some deadly disease. But I know you're bad company, and more importantly, you sang along with me. State of panic and confusion, gonna pay my restitution to the judge for everything I've ever been and everything I never wanted to become. And the road I take, it gets longer each day, and it's harder than some might say. But I never asked for much, just a chance on the stage to blow them all away. And maybe the Golden Gate or another state, but I'll pack my shit and be on my way. I'll leave tonight because it's clinging to me like some deadly disease. But I know you're bad company, and more importantly, you sang along with me. Maybe you're what's her face, the one that got away. There's one tray for Lady s'il vous plaît. Now that ain't right, because it's clinging to me like some deadly disease. But I know you're bad company, and more importantly, you sang along with me. More importantly, you sang along with me.
The CPX on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
Oh, let me find it. CPX.
The CPX are playing this Saturday at Sportsman's Tavern
Thank
with
you.
Fuzzy and the Rust Belts. That show is, in fact, sold out.
Nice.
So, I would love to tell you all about how to get tickets and how to go, but you can't
You can't.
if you don't have them already. And that's, I've been friends with the CPX for a long time. We go back quite a ways.
Yeah.
And Andrew from the CPX has been in this studio numerous times. I actually was watching one of his performances the other day because I was just kind of looking for something to fall asleep to. So I wanted to put on like an old Board Wrestling Fan podcast.
Yeah.
And on the Board Wrestling Fan account, there's a video of him playing the Coco Beware classic Pile Driver.
Oh.
So, but we've had him on this show, and he's promoting his other band, the Rearview Ramblers. And so great friend of the show. If you don't know, he also does the Johnny Cash Experience.
Yes, he does.
Which I am dying to catch once things are a little bit back to normal.
Yes.
So, great talent.
Yeah.
I try to see him any chance I get. I haven't seen him in quite a while.
A couple years.
But. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some shit going on, and some of it sold out. This is I have no chronological order.
Wait a second.
This is sold out, even though there was supposedly no tickets sold.
I was told there was not going to be pre-sale tickets for this, and it's sold out.
Yeah, I have to untake a day off of work.
I can do band practice now.
You can, yeah. So the show we're talking about is the Mohawk Place Presents Rock and Ska. That's the Abrupters and Wolf ticket.
Yes.
That's on the 29th of May. So bummer. Coming up, this is a ways away. June 25th at Wastelands, Public Serpent with Cardboard Homestead, The Heathens, and Working Class Stiffs. And one more to be announced. That sounds really awesome. And I'm going to mark down the calendar for that one. I think I need to go.
Okay.
You know how I feel about Working Class Stiffs.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just still
I know, dumbfounded.
Why?
They said it was at the door.
Yeah.
I know.
Kind of mad about this now.
Oh, yeah, I know. So today, right now, Rusty Nickel is performing at the Old Man River restaurant in Tonawanda. I've seen some performances there before. They've been outdoors. I can't imagine indoors there's enough room for a band. But they shut down the street and stuff and had this big drum thing that I saw. It was loud. The neighborhood was loud. Tomorrow at noon till 2:15, the Buffalo Bluegrass All-Star Lunch. That's going to be great. Our friend Sally Schaefer is part of the Buffalo Bluegrass All-Stars. Social distancing guidelines in effect and all of that. There will be lunch and there will be bluegrass. Huzzah. Tomorrow at 6:30, the Dueling Pianos Band at the Rec Room in Chippewa. I don't know if this is the same dueling pianos that I've seen. The gimmick is, you know how, when you go to a DJ event, sometimes there'll be, two DJs, versing each other?
Let me say this. What I'm picturing is Donald Duck and Daffy Duck in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I know, and that's, where you start.
Okay.
But I'm... Okay, so they go back and forth, and, it's like the DJ versus thing where they have to, play off of each other, and, they're basically dueling. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it other than they're, fighting for the audience. And it's pretty cool. I saw it at a college convention thing when I was working for the Bounce House Company. But like I said, I don't know if it's the same dueling pianos because it's
right.
It's just what they call it, I guess. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's the Dueling Pianos 716 band, so it's definitely not the ones that I've seen. They're apparently every Thursday. From Elton John to Britney to the Beatles to Bieber, our show incorporates hits from all eras. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. They're a cover band, but it's still kind of cool and there's something going on.
Did you know that Elton John and Rod Stewart have a epic prank war going on?
No, what?
Yeah, apparently they just have this epic prank war where they just keep pranking each other. I guess for example, like Rod Stewart had these giant like inflatable things to promote a show, and Elton John hired a guy with a BB gun to take him out.
Oh gosh, yes.
And it's just there's a great video from a channel called Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood, and that just talks about like all the shit that they have done to each other over the years.
That's really cool.
And it's all like they're friends. It's all in good fun.
Wholesome, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all in good.
That's
like,
cool.
So it's ridiculous. So
that's very cool. Tomorrow at Sportsman's Tavern, we have Pharaoh at 6 p.m. Let's see what it says about that. Pharaoh, rock and soul from the 716, formed in mid-2019. This diverse group of musicians has an old school sound that is played with a modern feel. Social distancing and all that stuff is in effect, as it is in most places. But we'll get to that.
I want to know which one of Carl's tattoos you think I want.
Oh.
I that's exactly what I want, is a big green tattoo on my arm that I can't key out of my fucking green screen.
That sounds like a good idea.
I try to make mine actually look like I'm not in front of a green screen. I fail miserably.
No, you do okay.
But I try to like Carl's is literally like, if you watch his videos, it is him in front of a green screen.
And they're not hiding it.
And they are not making
it's
any.
It's like the shitty weather.
They actually went to. They actually like had bought like a new green screen that would be like a very nice like professional green screen, and they photoshopped in the old green screen because they wanted to keep the shitty look.
That's funny as hell.
It's great. It's a great channel. Learn a lot of shit from that channel.
So Friday at 7 p.m., the Tim Britt Band at Thin Man Tapo on Chandler. At the pizza place. That's cool. I met Tim Britt. I had the pleasure. It was at a Non-Point show at Rapids. Alter Bridge was the headliner. Me and my sister didn't give a shit about Alter Bridge, but Non-Point was opening. And him and his friend were totally like gentlemen, trying to like keep people from bumping into us and stuff. We were like, it's okay, like we can handle it. We're here. But it was really nice because at least they cared. I don't know. They thought we were gonna get hurt. It was cute. But yes, a mix of originals and covers. His first time on stage in September. So that's great. Good for you, Tim Britt. Also, Friday at 8:30, Milky's on Elmwood, we have Lightwalker, Newspeak, and Emily Rodriguez. Let's see. $7 at the door. Please disregard the price section of the Facebook details. Is a lot. What? I don't know what this means. Seating is limited. Dancy Beats, Positive Vibes featuring Emily Rodriguez, a singer and songwriter from Niagara Falls. Newspeak, Electro Alt Dance with good vibes. And Lightwalker, big vocals, beautiful harmonies, groovy bass lines, and positive vibes.
See, what this means is now, like, it says 7 at the door in the description, but whatever the price that they put when they were making the event page is wrong. And somebody can't find the edit. Whoever made this can't find the edit button. Ryan.
Oh, that's a shame.
Excuse me.
Maybe somebody could show him.
I mean, maybe he's struggling to find the edit button.
Oh.
He said he's having trouble with his dentist. He's trying to get dentures.
Oh dear.
Because his health condition is.
Yeah, when you have chronic illnesses, the medications do weaken other parts.
Yeah, so he's trying to convince his dentist to give it, and his dentist is like, no, and he's trying to talk to. So he's like, he posted earlier today asking if anybody wants to come over to his house and knock his teeth out. And I commented, I said, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people that want to come knock your teeth out, dude. But good luck, like serious, like
Tooth
seriously,
pain is no joke.
Yeah,
like medications don't really help toothaches.
Like seriously, like Ryan and I have this, professional rivalry, but like
But you're really buddies.
I like the dude, and I don't want to see him suffer.
I know, yeah.
You know, like I will pick on him on this show.
I would totally pull his teeth out for him. I wouldn't knock him out like all violently, but I would pull his teeth out for him if it actually would help him. I just don't think it would.
No, right. But like, you know, I'll poke fun of him on this show, and he'll poke fun at me on his show, and but you know, if we're hanging out, we're cool.
Right.
You know, like we'll joke about the rivalry or whatever, but like I couldn't bring myself to punch him in the face to knock his teeth out.
You know.
I actually like the dude.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
As we just talked about, Saturday at 3 p.m. till 6 p.m., Sportsman Tavern. Fuzzy and the Rust Belts with the CPX. That's going to be awesome. Saturday at 8 p.m., Donnie Froenhofer Trio live at the Cave. 2 sets for $10. Let's see what it says in the description. It doesn't say much. It doesn't.
Okay.
Excuse me. Now those guys, they're not really from here, and neither is this show, but they are friends of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So the new Keystone in, where's that? The new Keystone. We'll figure it out.
I assume it's probably somewhere out near Olean.
Out near,
where they are, which is the same as another event that I'm sure you got pulled up. So
it's in Bradford, PA.
Oh, okay.
So that's why yes.
Okay, then.
Then we have, is this canceled? This was canceled. My bad. There's a few events that were canceled. The Band Together Buffalo stuff was all canceled. I don't know what ever happened with that. I spent some time off of Facebook, so I don't really know. I missed something.
Laura makes a great point. Seating is always limited. They don't have unlimited seats. Of course, as I always say, nothing is ever sold out. It's just more expensive.
It's true. Next Saturday, the 29th, The Wolf of Waltzer, Milky's on Elmwood. Doors at 7. It says no cover. A night of music with Wolf of Waltzer at Milky's on Elmwood. Doors open at 7. That's really not that much information. But that's what I have for you guys right now. And, there's other stuff going on. There's non-music stuff going on. There's family stuff going on. The world is slowly opening back up. And I guess that the rules don't apply to every venue.
So did you miss the Mud Puppies show?
The Mud Puppies show.
That's Grant and John from the Dredneks.
I didn't see that on there.
Okay, let me pull that up too.
I did see it the other day, and I didn't save it. Thank you for...
Yeah, well, that's why we've got the Dredneks.
I know. Thank you.
Partly why we have... I was going to pick the Dredneks anyway.
Because, there it is.
But the Mud Puppies, 71 Bar and Grill in Fillmore, New York. That's Saturday.
Where's Fillmore?
I don't know, but that's starting at 9 p.m.
Oh, that's going to be really cool. I wish that was a possibility.
I'm sure it's too far out for me to get an Uber. Plus, I want to wait until at least the 29th before I'm going to... 28th before I'm going to shows.
Right.
But that's Grant and John from the Dredneks.
Mm-hmm.
John also from the Scarecrow show, who we were listening to in the kitchen earlier.
Yes.
So,
I'm a little gassy. I chugged a Pepsi.
Anyway.
I
gotta find out what's going on with that Mohawk show, because I'm kind of upset about this now. That was supposed to be tickets at the door.
Mm-hmm. We need to find out as soon as possible because I took that off of work.
I will try and find out after the show.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot to do. Want me to message Marty?
Yeah. See what's going on, because it originally said we're not doing tickets for this show. It's all at the door, and now all of a sudden it's sold out. How the hell does that happen?
That's nuts.
How does that work? Somebody tell me. I was planning to go to this show. Now I got to find something else to do.
I mean, inconvenient. I had an outfit planned. I don't think I told you guys about this. My sister bought me some boots, as she often does. My sister has extremely good taste in shoes. And she got me, they look like combat boots, right? They have the black sole. They have white laces right now. but they're white boots, like shiny white boots. And I was like, these are going to be so great to go with my little ska print dress. I was going to be so fucking adorable. Thank you, Mohawk Place. I don't know whose fault it is, but I'm going to blame you. Is that Karina the Grown-Ups laptop? It is. It is. It was handed down to me, though, so I don't know if it's Karina the Grown-Ups or Karina the Child's.
I mean, would you rather...
Karina the thrift queen?
For what you're using it for, would you rather have an older laptop that's not being used?
Right.
That, can do everything that you need it for?
It really can. It's more than enough.
Or would you rather spend $400-$500 on a new laptop?
No, I appreciate the hand-me-down. I really do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and it's with that new hard drive in it, it's pretty fast.
It's super fast. It's faster than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it was faster than I expected.
I know.
I didn't think it was going to make that big of a difference. So if you got old laptops laying around, and you want to make a difference, buy an SSD.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That really sped up that thing like way faster than I thought it was going to.
It was so slow. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be next to useless.
Yeah, I did not think it was going to be that good, but there it is. It works.
Yeah. So tell me what's going on in this hockey game, Joe.
Well, it's there's no score.
About 2 minutes in.
There's no score 6 minutes in.
So. Oh, 6 minutes in. I was thinking it's a 15-minute period, but it's a 20-minute period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looking at a hockey game. What the hell do you think I'm looking at? It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not going to sing. I was going to sing. But, Facebook's already yelling at us about playing music. So
my mom's wanting to know why she can't see me.
Why she can't see you?
She texted me, why can't I see you? Why don't I see you? Do you guys really not see me?
I mean, obviously they can see us because Laura sees that I'm looking away from the camera here. Looking at this hockey game.
Yeah, I'm just...
Rooting for the Caps, rocking the red.
Oh, I thought that was a Fred Durst thing.
No, I just like my 49ers. And
I know.
Wanted a red hat for, variety. Because I got a bunch of blue hats and some black hats, but no red ones. I need a red one. And I was looking at Yankee hats, and I can't find the red Yankee hat. Well, I guess I could. I wasn't really looking. She could say, yeah. See, Laura can't see.
Laura can't see me. I get it. The camouflage. That's right. Very clever. I'm wondering if Mom still can't see me, or if she just didn't get the joke.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, no, but I'm not. There's no red in here with anything to do with rooting for the Caps, but fuck the Bruins.
Okay.
So, yeah, rocking the red for the Caps, all Caps.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else did I promise the people we would talk about?
Cats. We talked about cats.
Oh, shipping.
The
cat food finally came.
So cat food came about 10 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
And I went out to get the cat food, and I could see the face of the cat on the bag because they didn't seal this box all the way.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking ridiculous. At least the bag wasn't damaged.
Yeah.
So, we got some hungry cats, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do have to feed them.
Yeah.
They've been getting whisker fatigue from having to get to the bottom of their bowl.
Here's what I want to know, though.
What?
Why does PetSmart never have cat litter in stock?
Because people buy it.
Seriously, I have a subscription to cat litter from PetSmart. And we tried to get it a week early, and they're like, oh, we don't have it. Like, what the fuck? So then they send me an email later in the week, we still don't have it. Here's $2 off a 40-pound box, which we've been getting the 35-pound buckets. So here's $2 off 40-pound boxes. So I ordered 2 40-pound boxes. Oh, we only have one. You're a fucking pet store. How do you not have cat litter? What the fuck?
These are basic pet needs.
Yeah.
It's not like some exotic pet product is.
I might have to go get a license in a car just so we can have cat litter. Because apparently it's virtually impossible to get this shit online at this point.
Yeah.
Since Target stopped doing their subscription service.
That sucks.
So, they stopped doing the subscription service so they could get people to sign up for Shipped, which is $100 a year to get basically free same-day delivery from a bunch of places, not just Target. But it's I'm not spending $100 on this. I don't need one-day delivery that often.
No, we don't.
It would have been nice when I broke the Xbox controller over the weekend.
Yes.
I didn't break it. It broke on its own.
It broke itself. Okay.
I'm in the middle of a game, and all of a sudden, my here, hand me the white one.
Oh yeah, that's jacked.
Yeah, all of a sudden this happens. The thing's just like, what the fuck? So I had to order, and you can't order Xbox One controllers. You have to order Xbox Series S controllers. No, you can put that down. That's not the one.
Stop touching things.
And that's not the one anyway. But so you have to order an Xbox Series S controller or Series X controller, whatever the fuck. So I had to order one of those, and all the color ones are sold out. You can only get the black ones.
First world problems.
No, that's just because the NHL playoffs are on, and I don't have time to fucking do Twitch streams. Because that's hockey watching TV up there.
Yes, it is. That is hockey.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
No, I'll get back to it eventually, maybe once, like, the first round of the playoffs is over. Because, I mean, like, when would I normally stream? Like, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
The Wild game starts at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
I'm still watching hockey.
Well, your fans miss you on the Twitch.
I'm sure. It's not even a thing anymore, Laura. That ended back in March. Damn Nintendo. They're just like, yeah, you guys like this, right? You can't play it anymore. Sorry. Here's a Pac-Man version of it that really is not as fun.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you know how I don't like video games so much? Well, it's not that I don't like them. It's that I don't know video games.
Mm-hmm.
But things that I do know include pinball and pool.
Yeah.
And we stayed late at work the other night, like super late. Like we closed at 11. We were there until 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. And we were playing pinball and I won. And like this one dude, he got a little salty. He was like, oh, no, I'm happy for you. I think you did a great job. Like you really showed us. I'm like, dude, it's not your fault that I'm better than you.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. Karina sure plays a mean pinball.
I do.
Yeah. There's a bar that has like a lot of pinball games somewhere around here, and I don't know if it's open.
Oh, yeah.
But I really want to go. And if it is open, maybe that's what I'll do with that free Saturday night I now have. Because somebody got, said, oh, we're selling at the door, not selling tickets in advance, and now the show's sold out. I don't get it.
I can't believe someone's keeping my ska from me.
You got like 7.5 minutes after when we get to the song break, if you want. But yeah, no, that's cool. I'm pretty, I'm okay at pinball.
Yeah, I really like it. It's kind of calming, but I got kind of nervous after the first round because everyone's like, "Oh my God, Karina's winning."
So do you have a favorite table?
Okay. When I used to live on the manor in Orlando, we had Dr. Dude, and that was pretty cool. But it was not level, so everyone was kind of good at it. And we like rigged it so that you could it was like hot wiring a car, like you didn't have to actually put in the coins. It was cool. So there was Dr. Dude, but that wasn't really my favorite. And the one that we have at Brando's is Led Zeppelin, which is kind of cool if you like Led Zeppelin, but I don't. But it's a cool table, like the puzzle, Mm-hmm. It just sucks that 3 of the 4 songs that it plays suck. But I don't have an actual favorite. It's just that whatever table I have access to, I really like that one.
I actually can give you the weather report. It is 77 degrees right now and partly cloudy.
Partly cloudy. That means it might be partly sunny too.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah, well, we should get into a song break now because we're coming up on that. And this is actually from a new rock opera called Hell Ever After. I dropped my thing.
You dropped it.
I did.
I will talk. So Hell Ever After is in my inbox here.
This is my it's Lawrence Gomez, who
Yes.
some of you might know as the pro wrestler Salvatore Morocco.
Let's see. It's also Erickson, who you might remember.
Okay, yeah.
From oh gosh, what was the name? Oh God.
I don't remember what he was in, but I know the
with
name.
Dagan. He was in a band with Dagan, and I can't remember. Crippled Mess.
Okay.
Probably the least exhibition of Erickson's actual talent, because dude is good. Dude's musical. He's a very talented dude, but you know, a band like Crippled Mess doesn't really showcase, you know, his capabilities.
Well, he's got 7.5 minutes to showcase his abilities.
You guys are gonna love this.
Song.
It's so good.
This is Hell Ever After, and the song is called "The Parade" on All WNY Think So Joe Show. That was Hell Ever After on All WNY, Think So Joe show, part of a rock opera.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing some promotion in July for some August stuff. So we're going to see if we can get the people that have been on your podcasts before back, if not more. So look forward to that in July. A couple months from now, we'll have more from them.
It'll be interesting to talk to, like, Lawrence, the person, as opposed to Salvatore, the gimmick.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, because when we had him on Board Wrestling Fan, he was, you know, in character as Salvatore, and like, you know, I called him Sal, and he says, no, that's not the name on my birth certificate, which is funny because it's true.
Not, yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm Salvatore. Like, okay,
that's funny.
Whatever you say, dude. You know, but you know, it would definitely be an interesting, like, you know, to talk to him, as himself as opposed to the wrestling personality. You know.
Yes.
Try and differentiate the person from the character, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you know,
hockey's on.
Yeah, hockey's on.
It's almost
Boston's on a power play.
Okay.
No longer on a power play. Washington killed it off. They almost scored, though. They had a great chance, but number 4 there on Washington had a great block. Anyway, me getting shouted at by a guest on... I didn't get shouted at. He didn't shout at me. He calmly told me that that's not the name on his birth certificate.
What if he had shouted at you? What if we get
Wouldn't
him
be the
to
first
shout
time.
at you?
Wouldn't be the first time. Really wouldn't.
I don't think I would like it if somebody shouted at me. But that's kind of like half of why I don't really care for wrestling, is everyone's just angry.
See, that's where you get guys like Jake the Snake Roberts, who never raised his voice ever.
I remember Jake the Snake.
And was just like calm in telling you, like,
that's scarier though.
Oh yeah, exactly. And he knew it. Great psychology from you know, from Jake the Snake Roberts. Like, everybody else is yelling, how do I stand out?
Yeah.
I tell them calmly and coolly, like, how I'm going to kill them. You know, you know, sick a cobra on them or whatever the fuck. You know.
My mom doesn't care for snakes. Did you know this?
I did not know this.
My sister sends her pictures of snakes all the time because my mom, like, she will, like, toss the phone, like, not purposely. She just really doesn't like snakes.
Yeah.
There's, like, pictures of snakes in hats, like snakes with unicorn hats on and, like, cowboy hats. And we send those, I send them to Allison, who sends them to my mom. Sorry, Mom. But it's really funny. How we torment my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
I'm just realizing I got to figure out a way to put this curtain up over the air conditioner so it's not like...
I have safety pins.
I got like...
Yeah, I have safety pins.
We'll figure it out. Anyway.
And it's hung by hooks, so you can probably even pierce the bottom of the curtain.
True. Didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Anyway. Yeah. So, finally got the air conditioners going in the house.
Yeah, it hit 80 at one point, according to Google, and I was like, okay, kiddies.
I mean, I've had it on since it was like 68 the other day.
No need.
For me, there's a need. It gets warm
in here. It gets really hot, though, yeah.
She says you should be nice to Jazzy's grandma. Anyway, it got to like 60-something, and I'm just like, okay, it's time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like pull all the plastic down because we put plastic up over this window this year. And
did it help?
For the most part. If it got like really, really, really windy, it would sometimes like seep through. But
yeah, but there is another window.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that window was fine. It was this one because the air conditioner's in there.
Yeah.
So I finally, had to pull the trigger. So now I've got a smart plug on this air conditioner.
Yes.
So I can just press a button on my desk and it turns on, or I can tell my smart device to, turn it on or whatever. Especially because both of the knobs are broken off, so it's just easier that way. So I have the smart plug, and now the smart plug wouldn't plug into the outlet with the other plug that was plugged in. So it's like,
because it's a bigger.
I'm like, crap, what do I do? So I'm like, what if I just, unplugged it and I'll just get some, what were we using before? What was that thing? Like pliers or something, like.
Yeah, we were using some pliers.
So like, so that way if, I'll just plug it in and I'll do it that way. And I still couldn't plug it in.
Yeah.
With the way that the cord was and the way that the cord for the power supply
They're both bigger than normal cord.
Yeah, it's the way the power supply is. It's at an angle, so it's weird.
That is weird.
So finally, I just grabbed a power strip, plugged the smart plug into the power strip, and the AC into the smart plug, and the power strip into the wall.
That
so
works.
I was like, okay, yeah, this works.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the safest thing.
It's a very convoluted way to plug in a thing because they made this smart plug like this big.
Yeah.
But it's so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so convenient to just have a button on the desk I can press to turn on my AC.
Or a vocal command.
Yeah. Like if I'm in bed and I know I want to get up and get right in here, I can just say to the one in the bedroom, prep the studio.
Yeah.
And what it'll do is it'll turn one of these lights on over here and turn on the air conditioner. So that way it's cooling off by the time I get in here.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a thing a couple of weeks ago and it said, wouldn't it be great if you could do voice commands with your coffee maker? Yeah. I'm just like, you literally can with literally any coffee maker.
Yeah.
Maybe not literally any coffee maker, but like any coffee maker that's got like a mechanical switch. You know what I mean? So like what you do is you get a smart plug it in, turn it off, turn your coffee maker on, prep your coffee. And then when you get up in the morning, you just tell your smart device, make coffee.
Yeah.
It'll turn your smart plug on and then your coffee makes itself.
That's still, I mean,
I
don't feel like talking in the morning. First thing.
Sure.
I need to have coffee before I talk. I don't want to have a conversation with.
So then you just use the app.
I just want to drink my coffee and listen to music.
Yeah, I mean, but then you have to get up out of bed. You have to go to the kitchen. You have to make your coffee.
Yes, it's a ritual.
Whereas you can just lay in bed, tell it to make your coffee. You don't even have to tell it to make your coffee. You set your shit up at night.
You can set an alarm.
You set a routine. So you have it like so you set your alarm for whatever time you want to get up. And you set it so that it also, at that time, makes your coffee or 5 minutes before or whatever. So that way you get up, your coffee's already made. That's what modern technology does. No, smart plugs are not for lazy people. Smart plugs are for smart people who don't want to fucking get up off their chairs like me. I like my smart plug. Don't knock my smart plug.
It is handy. It is. Yeah. We have the light.
We got smart. Oh yeah, we got smart bulbs.
Yeah.
The two lights in here, the overhead lights are smart bulbs.
They are.
Not the overhead lights, but
right here.
Yeah. The photo lights are smart bulbs.
Yeah.
Which ironically are the only ones not used for a photo or video in here.
That is funny.
Yeah, but and the one in the booth is also a smart bulb, which is great because like if I'm in the booth and I'm recording, I can just yell out to the smart, the smart device out here to turn my booth light on.
Yeah.
If I'm falling asleep in the booth,
Yeah. Which you seem to have been doing.
No, I haven't been falling asleep in the booth. I've been falling asleep watching WWE programming.
Oh, it's that good.
Because, zombies. Anyway. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes.
Yes, smart bulbs.
Smart bulbs. They can be different colors. They can be different intensities.
I got them for the different colors. Now I just use them because I can turn my lights on and off.
Yeah.
Or, if I want to set a mood, I can change a color.
How often do you set a mood?
Never. But I could if I wanted to.
You could if you wanted to.
Maybe that's what I should do. Like, you're supposed to not, like, blue light is supposed to, like, prevent you from sleeping. So maybe I should turn these to blue when I'm watching wrestling.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Isn't that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I swear, like after Sunday, like I'm just like literally the only reason I keep watching this crap is because I have to read about it every night.
Yeah, I know.
So, fucking zombies. Anyway,
let's talk about the kitties. Everybody's adjusting.
Yeah.
We don't have an alpha male right now. As far as the cats are concerned. But
I used to tell Whisper all the time I was the alpha.
I know, but no one believed it.
Well,
yeah. So Sylvester, Sylvester and Gibson mostly come around me when Joe's around. Even then, Sylvester doesn't want much to do with me. But Tigger was just sitting being cute, being Tigger. And Sylvester came up to him and headbutted him like in an affectionate way. And he was like, oh, I got away with this. So he just kept on headbutting harder and harder and headbutting. And finally, Tigger just boxed his fucking ears in. And Sylvester stopped. But like, I didn't expect that assertiveness and aggressiveness from Tigger.
So Sylvester's like trying to come over towards me, but Tigger's still sitting where he was. So he's like, I'm not walking by him because he's so used to Whisper, and Whisper would just swat at him for no reason.
No reason, yeah. So, also Snowball has been very social. Gibson has been playful but not social. We have a catnip banana. That seems to be Gibson's right now.
I don't know. I've seen Snowy playing with it. So.
Yeah, but mostly Gibson. The cats are not marking their territory quite as much as they used to. That is good news.
Yes. They, as far as I knew, they were like so good over the weekend when you weren't here.
And they were comparatively.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I mean they were. But I didn't have to yell at anybody. I didn't have to yell at anybody to shut up except for Squirrel.
Well, yeah, Squirrel has her mad time.
And so every night when I try to go to sleep, I have to deal with.
Yeah, she has razor blades. Actually, maybe I'll cut her nails.
I call her the Pointy Kitty.
The Pointy Kitty, that. Yeah.
Off of the Simpsons episode where they go to the abandoned prison and Ralph, a rat takes the key and Ralph goes, the Pointy Kitty took it. Yeah. Anyway.
Excuse me. I wonder if the cats know that their pets are talking about them. They can hear it. Squirrel can at least hear it.
Yeah.
Reese doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Reese's usually the obnoxious one.
Yeah. She's been kind of not involved in the cuddle puddles that Squirrel's involved in.
It's like, damn it, cat, give me some space.
Oh my God. You know what though? You say these things, but when I look over at you guys sleeping together, you are spooning the shit out of her as much as she is trying to get you to spoon her.
When she gets comfortable, sometimes that's okay. But when I'm not comfortable and she's getting comfortable, like right next to me, it's like, no, you need to move so that I can move. And right now it's like impossible to get comfortable because every time I'm like, because I'll come to bed, I'm not tired. I'm sitting there watching The Simpsons. I'm laying there like this and I'm getting.
Yeah. Razor blades in the ribs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, geez, I'm just trying to sleep, cat.
Yeah. But she doesn't want you to. She wants to cuddle.
No, she don't want to cuddle. She just wants to
put her butt in your face.
She wants pets and she wants to meow and she wants to. I'm getting ready for bed. It's 3:30 in the morning. I go in the bathroom and Squirrel's in there and she's like, meow, meow at the top of her lungs. And I'm just like, Squirrel, it's 3 a.m. You need to quiet down. And she just goes, meow. And I said, thank you. And she goes, meow, meow. Like she's trying to say, I'm sorry or you're welcome or something. So
we speak cat language.
Apparently so.
Yes.
I told you about the time I got locked out of the house when I still had Carrie, right?
I don't know.
So I come home. I was working 2 jobs. I come home from my first job. I have to get ready to go to the second job. But my ex had my keys because she lost hers. So I gave her mine.
Oh.
Like, okay, cool. Just let me in when I get home. Well, I get home, she's not home. And I can't get a hold of her. I'm trying to get in. I can't get in the house. I'm like knocking on the window. I'm knocking on the doors. Carrie's sitting right in the front window, right up on the couch. And I go, Carrie, where's Mama? And she goes like this. She looks towards the back of the house, looks back towards me, shrugs her shoulders. And I'm just like, great. So luckily, we still had like an old skeleton key lock on the side door. So I was able to like, get my landlady to give me a key to get in the side door. And
sorry, I choked.
Yeah, anyway, so I was able to get in and get dressed. It turned out she went to a funeral.
Oh.
How the fuck do you not know you're going to a funeral?
Spur of the moment thing.
I guess. It was like her grandma or her aunt or some shit. It was somebody related to her.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know you took my keys?
Yeah.
Knowing I need to come in the house, change out of this Office Max polo and into whatever the fuck I'm wearing to work tonight.
Yeah.
And I can't because you went to a funeral without telling me.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
Huh.
Anyway.
So.
Yeah.
When we used to lock the keys in the house back when I lived in Newfane, my mom and my dad used to boost me up, and I would crawl in the windows.
So, this one time, I had to boost Madison into her mother's window.
Yeah.
A couple of times, I think, actually, maybe. But at least once that I recall. We had, and she was so like scared.
I know, like they're doing something bad.
Like, no, she was just scared. She was like worried she was gonna fall or something. But we both got a foot, and we're just like, trying to push her up.
Just like cheerleading.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was before she was a cheerleader, so
yeah, maybe it inspired her.
Yeah, I don't know, but well, she don't want to. She's not a cheerleader anymore. She didn't want to be. She told me after a game once, she's like, I don't want to do this next year, and then the next year I got to take her to cheerleading again. Like, I thought you weren't doing this.
Yeah.
Now we gotta take buses. We gotta Uber. We're getting notified in pouring rain like 10 minutes before she's supposed to be there that we're not there, that we don't need to be there. We're almost there. Like, we gotta turn around, take another bus in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That sucks.
Yeah, but
if she really liked it, it would be like, oh, well, that's an inconvenience, but whatever. Yeah. But if she's not into it, like, oh,
it
man.
is. The first time I ever took her, we got stuck. We couldn't get there was no bus back.
Oh,
we didn't know. It was at like the one of the UB campuses, and we're just sitting there like, there's no bus coming. So we're trying to get a hold of her mother. My phone's dying. Oh, luckily, the bus driver that took us there was doing his last drop off. He's like, well, here, let me take you somewhere where you can get a bus. Like, okay, cool. So he took us back to like the station over on like Military or whatever. Mm. And then we walked up to Elmwood and caught a bus because it's like, you know what? My phone's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to catch the bus from right here. Let's walk up to Elmwood. There will be a bus eventually.
Yeah.
And then we could get home from there. So we were able to finally get home. But that was, that was ridiculous. Like, we didn't know that there wasn't a bus. And, luckily by the next season, there was like Uber available. So it's like, okay, I don't feel like, because from where her team played, we would have to walk like 25 minutes to get to the bus.
Oh, jeez.
And so I'm like, I don't feel like making that walk. Let's go to Tim Hortons, call an Uber.
Yeah.
So that was, basically the ritual at that point was, let's go get hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And we'll call an Uber from there.
Yeah.
So, luckily that's a thing now that we're able to do.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to wait.
I want to see what her school schedule. I don't know what her school schedule is like. So I want to kind of text her and be like, yo, what's your school schedule? What are you doing next Thursday? You want to go to Elmwood with me?
Oh, that would be really nice.
Go see some of the art.
Take some pictures.
You're going to have to deal with me at the record store for like an hour or two.
Yeah, but maybe there will be stuff that she likes too.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll like it in Timeless Babes.
Maybe. Definitely thinking of checking that out. I hope I can go get food at ETS, even if I have to eat outside. Mm-hmm. Like, I hope I can at least get food there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll call ahead of time. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe you can check online.
Yeah.
Tweet it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like you do everything else.
That is how I get customer service from literally everybody.
Yes.
Is Twitter for the most part.
Yes.
So
and I started a new Twitter. If you missed the beginning of the show, I started a new Twitter. It's
you did.
A Karina_DeFab.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I got a new Twitter. I'm like, you didn't follow me. You're like, I follow the show. I'm like,
yeah, I followed like one person at first.
The show is not me. So finally you followed me like last night. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll follow you back now. And now I got to remake the lower thirds again.
It was something for you to do.
I guess, because, I don't have everything else to do.
I know.
Watching, I got 3 hockey games and pro wrestling and voiceovers and things you might not know. Did you catch things you might not know this week? Anybody about Ben and Jerry's changing the minds of the people of Australia towards
that's beautiful,
accepting LGBTQIA plus individuals and allowing same-sex marriage?
I'm trying to get comfortable. Sorry. Yes, that's
very
a wonderful idea, and it was a cute video.
Very interesting tidbit about next week's video that's coming out on Monday is it is about PC gaming. And I had shot it on the green screen, and I'm like, what can I use as a background? So I'm like looking up gaming PCs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I'm like, wait a second, I literally have one of those.
Yeah.
So I took a picture of my setup here right in front of me, and made that my background for the video.
Yep. So you guys can see what we see now.
Yes, kinda.
Sort of.
Yeah, you see with the ThinkSoJoE digital media screens. The Mud Puppies are playing a show this Saturday at the 71 Bar and Grill in Fillmore, New York, starting at 9 p.m. One half of the Mud Puppies is Mr. Grant Amy of the Dredneks, and this is a classic Dredneks hit called Circus Peanuts on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show.
crowd starts to hiss and boo and cuss when we witness his exposed circus peanuts. We stand up in protest with our fistfuls of change, becoming weapons against the vulgar display. Projectiles turn from silver to chairs. The horror we saw when the elephant stared. Gang use dismounted, go military. If we only would have evacuated. The pachyderm started to mutilate. We never had a chance to escape. While the ivory stabs and the crushing feet turn grand finale to grand defeat. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 die. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy diggy die. They go, our bodies turn bones to dust, crushing our heads like circus peanuts. So we mash what's left with teeth and tusks for interrupting their beastly lives. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 die. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy diggy die. Oh, rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 die. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy 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 dum. Rum diggy diggy dum diggy diggy die.
The Dredneks on all WNY Think So Joe show.
Heck yeah.
Little classic Dredneks for you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So I'm watching this hockey game. I'm watching the puck bounce back and forth between sticks. And I got to thinking about pinball, which before the previous song break, we were talking about pinball. And I asked you about your favorite table, and I never got to talk about mine.
Oh, what's your favorite table?
My favorite pinball table is the Twilight Zone pinball table.
Where can you play that?
I don't know.
Where have you played that?
College.
And Triple C?
Yeah.
No shit.
I've played it elsewhere as well. But I also have it on Xbox as part of the like Stern Pinball, whatever.
Yes.
Which before that I had the Visual Pin MAME, which is like the pinball equivalent. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Of pinball equivalent of like the MAME arcade game, like ROMs for your computer. So of ambiguous legal status.
Oh.
So I had that, and I also had the Guns N' Roses pinball, which I think is my second favorite.
Well, when we went on our first actual date, we went to the Museum of Play in Rochester.
Yes.
And they did have like a whole room of just pinball. You got to play the Metallica pinball.
That was so
Is
far
that up there?
So far, the first and only time I've played Metallica Pinball. I haven't played it enough to say that it's up there.
Okay, well, we'll have to go back.
So, yeah, well, I'll have to, or just find one locally somewhere, hopefully.
I mean, we could go spend a day at the Museum of Play and then go to Montage. We can find a reason.
Oh, I'm sure. I was trying to convince the company that made the pinball video game to put the Metallica table in there because they have the AC/DC one in there, but they don't have the Metallica. But like, my favorite one ever is Twilight Zone, followed by Guns N' Roses, and like I used to play Twilight Zone all the time at college, and then all the time on my computer, and then all the time on Xbox.
Yeah,
and it's like, man, if I ever had the money and the room to buy a pinball table, that one would be coming home with me at some point somehow. But the Guns N' Roses, the original Guns N' I have to specify now, the original Guns N' Roses pinball table.
Yeah.
Because there's a new one. I don't know if it's out now or if it's coming out. But if you didn't know, Slash is actually a very avid pinball player.
I did not.
And actually helped design the original Guns N' Roses pinball game.
That's pretty cool.
And the original Guns N' Roses pinball game has a couple of unique features. Of the first ones being the ramps are shaped like a G and an R.
Oh, that's clever.
And there's a thing they call the snake pit, which is another place where you launch a ball, and that's like for part of a bonus game.
Oh.
But they also have like video modes in that game that you play on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
in the original
on the old like the LED like dot matrix screens. Yeah, you would play mini games on that,
like Snake and stuff.
No, not like Snake, but like, for example, there's one where you're on a motorcycle and you're trying to avoid like getting hit by cars.
Okay.
And there's a couple of games like it, but yeah, that was pretty unique for its time.
Yeah.
I think like the Terminator pinball table adopted that, and some other games around that time adopted that. Like Twilight Zone has like a slot machine. If you shoot in the slot machine, it activates other game modes. And
oh, cool.
Yeah. So it wasn't just like you gotta. The goal wasn't just to keep the ball from draining.
Yeah.
I mean that was like the main goal, but like your goal, and most pinball games will have goals like these.
Yeah.
But your goal was to collect was to do all the mini games and collect all the band members. And then that would start the multi-ball.
Okay.
And depending on how many band members you collected, because once you got to the third ball, it automatically set. So if you hit the one ramp, it would be multi-ball. Depending on how many of the band members you've collected, that's how many balls you get for the multi-ball.
Okay.
So, but yeah, those are my two favorites.
Cool.
So I definitely want to find a place that has at least one of the two.
Yeah.
Around here, so I can
cool.
go frequent that anytime I have cash, instead of like cash is exclusively for the record store.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want to go to Black Dots a little bit too. Shout out to Black Dots for all the punk records they have there. So
yeah.
Where's
that one?
That's on Grant Street.
Oh, okay.
So it's a couple of blocks, I think, from where Showplace used to be, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I've only been there the one time. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't expecting to go there.
Yeah.
That was just, Brian was like, hey, it's record store day. Let's go to Black Dots first, because I think they might have the record I want.
Speaking of special days.
Yes.
Today is Devil's Food Cake Day.
It is Devil's Food. Where's my Devil's Food Cake?
Listen, Jasmine and I fully intended to make you some Devil's Food Cake cupcakes. But we didn't.
Yeah.
We got ice cream instead.
Yeah, I noticed. Showplace is still open, by the way, says Nick. There was a WWF like Royal Rumble arcade like pinball game, but I don't remember much about it. Like I've played it like virtually through the pin MAME. I never actually like found that one in the wild. So I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the multi-ball had something to do with Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, okay.
So
That seems reasonable.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I do enjoy a good pinball game.
Yes, indeed.
So
I was very excited that that's what we were doing after work.
Yeah, I do enjoy a good pinball game. I do also enjoy, you know, a good arcade game.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter lately. I played some Mortal Kombat last night.
Listen, if you're getting down on Street Fighter and stuff like that, I can play those games.
While we were sitting here earlier, I was thinking about just like grabbing the two Joy-Cons and handing you one like we're playing Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But then it was like there was only like half an hour to the show, so I'm just like,
That's enough time for me to kick your ass.
Excuse me.
Excuse you. You don't know. You don't know.
He thinks Skateland and Lockport had it, and maybe Aladdin's Castle in the. I missed the Aladdin's Castle in the Lockport Mall. That was the best one. That one and the one that was at the Galleria were like my two favorite arcades.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to an arcade, you got to go to like Dave and Buster's, which,
Dave and Buster's isn't as wholesome.
No, you can
They
go.
serve alcohol.
I think there might still be places in Canada, but they serve alcohol.
They serve alcohol too.
You know, I don't know. Like most places that are arcades serve alcohol now. Like,
yeah.
The first time I ever heard the word barcade, I was in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And there was one right up the street from my hotel. So
did you go?
No.
No, you weren't interested that day.
No, we went to the Columbus, the Blue Jackets game against Sabres.
Yeah.
And before that, we went to a pizza place like down the street from the barcade, which was Mikey's Late Night Slice. If you're ever in Columbus, Ohio,
cool, highly
recommended.
Very cool.
So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure he thinks his mom wishes there was a bar in Aladdin's Castle. Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least a coffee shop.
I don't know. I mean, like, my mom could just go shop wherever.
True. They could leave us unattended.
And just drop me at the arcade. Like, it's cool, Mom. I'll be playing NBA Jam for the next, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dropping, like, $30 in this thing. Thank God I own an arcade one-up of that now, so I don't got to put money in it.
Yeah.
I've been playing, like, once every weekend or so, you know.
Have you?
Well, because I'm, like, trying to motivate myself to clean in there.
I'm not helping.
Your mom agrees with his mom. Anyway. Yeah. No, I used to, you know, I would go to the arcades. I'd play the shit out of NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat and the occasional Street Fighter game. And
I liked the Marvel versus Capcom. That was my shit.
If there was ever a WWF WrestleFest, I could spend some time on that for sure.
Yeah.
You know what game I never saw in the wild was WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Oh.
I never saw a actual arcade version of that game. I know it existed.
Yeah.
I have I still play the ROM to this day of on MAME. And I've played the PlayStation version, but I've never seen that one in person.
Okay.
Seen the more far more obscure WWF Royal Rumble arcade game in person. I have the Simpsons arcade game on my I had that on my Xbox.
Ellie Brandt. I used to go there every Saturday and get kicked out. It wasn't me. It was the people I was with. I hung out with trouble.
Those are the other games I would play constantly. Were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Simpsons.
Cool.
And I still do because I have both of them on Xbox. I think Xbox 360. There's a new like Ninja Turtles game coming out, and for the Switch, and I don't know when.
Oh.
And I'm looking, but it's in that style of the like original, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. I like these old style arcade games that are like starting to come out. Like Retromania Wrestling was a lot of like definite WrestleFest vibes. If you were into WrestleFest and you have access to anything you can play Retromania Wrestling on, definitely recommended.
You know what I want to know?
Yes.
What's up with Tetris nowadays? They doing anything with Tetris?
There's that Tetris 99 I keep telling you about.
Well, set me up with playing it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to drink Monsters and play Tetris. And if you want to see me, you have to come to where I am. playing Tetris.
Yes.
Okay.
Nick says he has to get the Turtles game because he has a Switch if his kids let him play it.
Then you need another Switch.
I'll say I have a Switch and my kid has a Switch.
That's
so.
And you guys could play together, right? Because you both have Switches.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know how that shit works.
But I mean, like 99% of the time, she's playing Minecraft and I'm playing Animal Crossing. So
yeah.
So we're not playing the same game. And even when I'm playing Animal Crossing and I see my friends who have Animal Crossing, I'm just like, I'm in the middle of shit. I don't want to fucking deal with anybody coming to my island or going to their island or anything. I just want to shake these damn trees, get all these, bells and all, whatever else I got to do for the day. Collect my stamps for International Museum Day, which was yesterday.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, collect.
What museum would you want to go to if you could go to any museum for Museum Day?
Geez, that's a good question.
I just don't think so,
What's
Joe.
the one, isn't the Buffalo Science Museum has the thing with the guitars right now?
Yes. I really think we should go to that. That would be really, really cool.
You know what, let me find out what's going on with my band and if we're going to do anything that Saturday night. And if we're not going to do anything that Saturday night, keep that open. We'll go to the museum.
I don't think the museum's open at night.
Oh, good point. Fair point. I've been to the museum at night. It was a scary...
They have galas sometimes.
It was a scary experience. It was on International Museum Day because they were like Smithsonian Magazine was giving away free passes to museums. And I was like, oh, let's go to the Museum of Science because it's literally the only one open past the time that she was getting out of work. So it was like, let's go to that. And
I mean, it's not too bad.
No.
Did somebody score? Oh my gosh, did somebody score?
No.
Somebody hurt?
No, just a puck went off of Rask's mask. Try saying that 3 times fast. Anyway.
The puppies are outside.
I hear the puppies.
Puppies.
I haven't seen the puppies in a while, but I keep hearing them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. But yeah, so I definitely want to get to an arcade upside. There we go. Caps are on the board.
Oh, snap.
The Great 8.
I don't know what that means.
That's Alexander Ovechkin. Alexander Ovechkin. Yeah, he was, out of his draft class, there's him and there's one other guy that's supposedly really good, but Ovi is clearly the better of the two.
Ovechkin.
Yes, Ovechkin.
Ovechkin.
He's clearly the better of the two out of that draft class of him and Mr. Sidney Crosby.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm rooting for Ovi and I'm rooting against Crosby. So
All right.
Let's go Islanders.
All right.
That's the only way you get me to root for any of these teams is to have them play against Boston or Pittsburgh.
So Nick Landers says Tetris 2 on NES is his jam.
I think I might have that in the next room.
You do not.
I think.
Oh my God.
I think.
My night just.
Well, so let's. I loaned somebody some Nintendo games.
Okay.
And I don't know which games, and I haven't gotten them back. And I mentioned it to her, and she's like, "I borrowed games from you." Like, yeah, you did. And she's like, "Oh, which ones?" I'm like, I don't know. So I have no idea.
Okay.
So it might be in there, it might not.
And you don't need to search for it like adamantly because A, I know you have a lot to do tonight, and B, you're gonna lose me for at least 2 days when you find it.
Well, I mean, if it is in there, I know exactly where it would be, and so that would not be a problem.
Okay.
So, but I do as soon as this... Oh, shit, Boston scored... Was it fucking Taylor Hall? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
This motherfucker had 3 fucking goals all season for Buffalo. He moves to Boston. He's fucking scoring playoff goals now.
Look how excited everybody is.
Yeah, it's cool to see fans back in the arenas.
It is kind of cool.
Oh, man, it's been a long year without seeing fans in arenas, and,
Yeah.
Hopefully, finally, once we're, I know Pittsburgh just upgraded to like 50% capacity. I think they had like 9,000 in Carolina the other night for that game. And just, yeah, I was talking about the Long Cold Dark earlier. It was 4 years ago. I went to Metallica with Jason and Drew. And I didn't put this shirt on for that particular reason. I just grabbed it out of the drawer like, hey, this needs to go in rotation. And it just so happened to fall on the anniversary of when we all went to Metallica together.
Nick, we were also just talking, you must have just missed, we were talking about when you came to the Burt and then played, was it Porch Fest, and you were sick.
No, it was the Good Bar show.
The Good Bar show,
Yeah.
that's right. You were sick.
Yeah.
And we're glad you're not now.
Yes, very, very glad you made it home safe that night for sure. Because as we were talking about earlier in the day, I mean, if Taylor Hall would have stuck around Buffalo for just a little while longer, like, because he was already benched and like halfway out the door by the time we got rid of Kruger and brought in Granato as the as the interim coach. And if Hall would have stuck around a little longer, like Skinner started scoring goals right after that, and Reinhardt started scoring goals right after that, and Dahlin and everybody else started scoring goals right after that. So if Hall would have stuck around, he probably would have had more than 3 goals here. But I digress. Anyway,
yay hockey.
But I'm just glad you got home okay that night, man.
Yeah,
That was
sure.
you did not look great by the. We were talking about how. We were joking before the set about, oh no, you need to go to ETS. You're like, I don't know. And then by the end of the set, we're just like, no, dude, go home. We'll go enjoy ETS in your honor. You get home safely and let us know you got there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one thing good about booking Good Bar shows was ETS was right across the street.
Yeah, that is true.
So
what have you got going on for the rest of the week?
me?
Yeah.
Work. That's probably it. I don't have. I really don't have to do anything other than work, because we've got it now. I just got a notification on my tablet here that said that the show, I have a show scheduled to start, which is it should have been from 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Anyway, we're at a point now where we're shooting Things You Might Not Know every 2 weeks instead of every week. Thankfully, like I asked Kevin very nicely if he would please at some point let me, give me 2 scripts in a week so I could do two and get ahead. So that way I'm not setting up lights for 30 minutes to shoot for 7 minutes.
Truth. Oh, Nick Landers was a
Did
co-host.
you? Okay. Yeah, I just that might have been when he told me that he was gonna donate, that the Inherent Vice were gonna donate their
maybe
portion, because before the show I knew it was us, it was me and them. This is like 40% of the proceeds, and then by the time this left, it's like 60% of the proceeds. And then, Zach heard me and he's like, make it 80. And we just asked of Night and Light nicely at the end of the night. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got to chat with Cam a little bit, very briefly. I had sent him a meme about like a K-Cam lifting shit.
We got 10 seconds here.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, this is our dear friend Philip Steven with our other dear friend Sarah Elizabeth. This song is called The Sweetest One on All WNY Think So Joe Show, and we'll see you next week.
Don't you miss the sweet things that she said to you? Alone on a rooftop by the light of the moon. Well, that sweetness is gone and you're left feeling blue. Man, that sweetness was never true. Don't you love the sweet things he says when he's drunk? outside the bar like some elegant chump. But the more that he drinks, the more you wish he'd shut up. I guess that sweetness was barely a thought. I'm the lucky one. Think I'll go to Colorado. You've been the prodigal one. Purse your lips to the bottle. And it's me who'll succeed, and it's you who undoes. Man, I'm still sweet. I'm the sweetest one. Don't you miss the sweet things that we once said? Late nights and long drives, car seats for beds. But now when I think back, I was holding my breath. I guess that sweetness is finally dead. I'm the lucky one. Think I'll go to Colorado. You've been the prodigal one. Purse your lips to the bottle. It's me who will succeed, and it's you who undoes. I'm so sweet, yeah, I'm the sweetest one. I'm so sweet, yeah, I'm the sweetest one. I'm so sweet, yeah, I'm the sweetest one.